Hello guys, welcome back to a Coder's Journey. This is the first episode of a series I have decided to create where I am going to uh, study Playwright. So Playwright is a tool introduced by Microsoft and it is used in testing. So unit testing, integration testing, end-to-end testing, UI testing. Previously, I used to use Selenium when I wanted to do UI testing. And I think that Playwright can be, more enjoyable. I have watched a couple of video tutorials about Playwright, but I haven't used it in a project yet. So I decided to study the documentation and I thought to myself, why not creating a playlist here on my channel so that you guys can also watch the videos and see the process that I go through when I want to set up Playwright on my machine and start using it. So everything is real in this video tutorial. I haven't removed anything from the video. I haven't set up anything beforehand. So you're gonna see a real, you know, uh, experience, and I think that will help you as well because it will allow you to see the challenges and the exceptions and errors that I run into so that you can also have some ideas of how to resolve them on your machine. So on one of my displays, I have opened Visual Studio. I have a blank solution here. And on my other display, I have the documentation of Playwright. I have Lineman because whenever I want to study, a documentation or something, like a piece of text, I always look up words because English is not my native language. So more often than not, I need to look up some words. And I also have my chat GPT here. I also use GitHub Copilot from time to time, but I'm gonna, switch between them. I'm gonna ask questions. So this is a very, as I said, real learning experience. So this is the documentation of Playwright. When you land on the documentation page, the first thing you see is how to set up Playwright, how to install it. So these two paragraphs talk a little bit about the advantages, the benefits, and features of using Playwright. What I prefer is to go directly to the code to see something in action so that I can get an idea of how I want to kind of see this. So the documentation uses .NET 8. I think I've got .NET 6 and .NET 9 on my machine as well. So the first thing is that we are going to create a new test project, XUnit test project, as you can see here. Then we're gonna cd into it. We're gonna add a new package, and then we're gonna build the project. So here, what I am going to do is to open this guy in my terminal, right? And what I need to do in this folder is to create a new project. And the command to create my new project is here. So I can go and say .NET New, XUnit, Playwright, tests, and then it says the template XUnit test project was created. So probably I need to add it to the solution as well. So I'm going to say existing project, and then I'm going to add it to the project, to this solution. Okay, here is the project. Add it to my solution, right? I'm gonna give it, okay. So this is the project that we've got, right? The next step is to do what? Is to add this package. But in order to be able to do that, we're gonna get into this project, and then we're gonna say .NET add package, and the package we need to add is Microsoft.playwright.xunit. Okay, so it was built, and the next step is to build the project. We're gonna go and build the project, and let's see what dependencies we've got here. And also I want to see this test.cs patch file as well. So it seems that the package was installed, right? So this is Microsoft Playwright XUnit. So yeah, I think we're good. So the next step is to install the required browser. This example uses .NET 8. I think, I'm not sure, but I think we are using .NET edit project file, .NET 9 probably. Yes. So it is using .NET 8. And if you're using a different version of .NET, you will need to adjust the command and change .NET 8 to your version. So let me build this. Let me open this folder in my file explorer. And on my machine, I've got .NET 9. And on my .NET 9, this is the file that we need to run. Let's take a look at it. So it is setting environment playwright driver search path. Then it says playwright library, get full path, combine, Microsoft Playwright DLL, reload the library via the memory to not keep the DLL locked. Reflection assembly. So I think this is kind of a PowerShell file that we need to run. So let's run it to see if we get any errors. I don't know, did it go through or not? No worries. Let's go to this test. And what I want to do is to copy this little guy so that we can run this and see if we've got something to, let's add these using statements as well. So I'm going to remove this. The page, we need to inherit from page test, which is something that Playwright provides. Now, if I build this, I expect to see my tests here. So does it mean that I can run them here and see if they pass? No, it failed. It says what? It says executable doesn't exist at this address. So it is looking for a file, headlessshell.com, and then it doesn't. It says, looks like Playwright was just installed or uploaded. Please run the following command to download new browser. Let's run this command. So we are in the .NET 9, I said. It says the term PWSH is not recognized. or it's not the name of a commandlet, but I have PowerShell installed. I'm going to pause the video and resolve this, and then I'm going to continue. So I'm going to pause it right now. Guys, I found the solution, and as you can see here, my test passes. So I am going to tell you what I did so that you can, fix this on your machine as well. And this is one of the benefits of this kind of video tutorial, because you can see in action what I am experiencing and how I am resolving this. So basically, I searched this issue on the web, and I found that I need to run 3 commands. The first command is going to install PowerShell globally. So if you have PowerShell, you see it says you can invoke the tool using the following command, pwsh. So previously it told me that pwsh is not available. So when I install this tool, .NET tool install, now I've got pwsh available, right? Tool PowerShell version something was successfully installed. Then what I did was to install the CLI. So PowerShell CLI, .NET tool install global Microsoft Playwright CLI. You can invoke the tool using the following command, Playwright. And then I say Playwright, the CLI, and then I say install. And then it went through a bunch of different steps, install different, browsers, WebKit, FFmpeg was installed, Firefox, Chromium headless, Chromium. And then after that, I rebuilt the solution, and then I ran my tests. And right now all of my tests, or I've got one single test, it passes. Now let's say we change this. So I'm gonna pin this guy here, and then I'm gonna say, you know what? I think there was a shortcut key for running this. When you want to run a test, if I right click here, it says run tests, Control RT, debug test, and so on. So from now on, I'm going to use this Control RT. So if I come here and I say, you know what, check if the home page for Playwright contains this, the coder's journey, Control RT. It has started running the test. And it failed. So it is working correctly. Control RT. Again, they passed, right? Nice. So back to the documentation. So we got this test right now. It is passing. Then there is another test. It says, okay, this test, by the way, it is inheriting, the test class is using page test. It is inheriting from page test, which is coming from Playwright. And the test is async task. It is asynchronous. It returns a task. Then we are using the page, which is a property coming from page test, I suppose. We are using go to async to navigate to this URL, and then we expect that the page has this title using a regular expression. The next test, await page, go to async. So we navigate to this address. Then click the get started link. There is a link here called get started here, right? This link. So what does it expect? So await page here, await page. This is the installation, right? Go to async. Click the get started link. Page.get by role. Area role link. We are going to read about these in the documentation. Then I suppose it is trying to find the link. with this get started text, and then it's going to click this link. And then it expects page to have a heading with the name of installation, this, right? So it says page gets by role, area role heading. So this was link, this is heading, new installation to be visible async. So what I am going to do is to write this second test myself. So here I'm going to say, you know what? I want a test that returns a task, get a started link. And of course, we shouldn't forget that this returns, this is, fact. It is decorated using the fact attribute. Then we're going to navigate to the page, go to async. And then we're going to say https playwright.dev. And then when we navigate to this page, we want to click on that link, again using page.getByRole, area role that link, because it is going to be a link. And then in the second argument, we want to pass page get by role options. So probably we are going to say, you know what, we want this new page gets by role option, right? And then inside of it, we are going to set name equals get started. So this type get page get by role definition, page get by role options. Let's take a look at it. So this is a public member. It's a method, and it is defined in this. This is the class page get by role options. That was the constructor, right? This is the constructor, and then we had name, right? So if I type name here, and if I say that I want this, so it says summary, option to match the accessible name. By default, matching is case insensitive and searches for a substring. Use Microsoft iPage get by role to control this behavior. Learn more about accessible names. So name is probably trying to, find like a link using this name. And then the last thing we want to do is to click this. So there is this link which has this text inside of it probably, and we are going to click it. And then what we expect that the page that we are looking at right now, the page that is shown after we click the link, has a heading. Again, we are going to follow the same pattern. This time, the name of the heading is going to be installation, because and of course we need this to be visible async. This test, what it is doing, if you take a look here at the documentation, what it is doing is that let me bring this guy here. It is going to click, first it is going to go to Playwright Dev, right? So it is going to come here. Then it is going to click Get Started. And then here it is looking at this title, and then it expects that this title has the word installation inside of it. So that was the second test. Now back to my Visual Studio. I think the shortcut for building the project, it's Shift F6. I'm gonna use that. Build started. Now I've got this test as well. So why not use Control RT? This test is gonna run. Again, passed, right? So running the test examples, it says by default test will run on Chromium. This is configurable. So we ran the test using the test runner in Visual Studio. System requirements, what's next, and that's it. So this is the wrap up of the first video. This is the end of this first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this kind of tutorial because I think it's very real. It feels natural because I haven't prepared anything prior to recording the video. So everything is real. You will see the challenges that I encounter. And then, I mean, if the fix is easy, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna let you know about it. If it takes time, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna fix it. But of course, I will share the fix with you. And you saw an example of this, right? So you saw that, we needed to install the PowerShell tool, the CLI for Playwright, and then we installed Playwright. So that was a tip. That was a new thing. I'm gonna make a note of that probably for myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments section and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you very much.